almost 4 months of anti-government protests here. The latest development was when the opposition, which controls the National Assembly here, which is effectively the parliament, a parliament which I should say President Maduro almost entirely ignores, that opposition group attempted to flex its muscles by appointing 13 Supreme Court judges and 20 substitutes for those 13. This was an attempt to say, look, we still are a legislative power here, and the Supreme Court that is in existence here in Venezuela, which many see as a sort of puppet court, just obeying whatever President Maduro asked it to do, is, according to the opposition, illegitimate. Now, this is really a symbolic move. There's no suggestion that any of those judges can actually legislate, but it is an important move because it sort of gives the impression, and this is the path we're on at the moment, that Venezuela is going towards two parallel governments. At the end of next week, we have a constituent assembly which will potentially vote on a whole new form of government here. This is causing increasing alarm in the region. The latest we're hearing from that is Mercosur, a regional grouping in here in Latin America, urging the Maduro government and the opposition to sort of tone down the tone of violence, tone down the lack of dialogue between the two sides, and also calling on the Maduro government to release all political prisoners. Now, on the sidelines of that conference, we also heard something we're hearing a lot here, and that is concern amongst the region of what the US might do next on Venezuela. There is already, the US is sanctioning certain individuals in the Venezuelan government. There are suggestions that the US might stop buying Venezuelan oil. That would cause, without question, a complete collapse of the Venezuelan economy. It totally depends on oil. It is slightly living from hand to mouth from that income. It has no significant reserves anymore. So the region here is very worried that if the US did make that move, you would see a complete collapse of this state. So they are urging caution, both within Venezuela and towards the United States. Stephen Gibbs, CGTN, Caracas.